Well, thanks for visiting us this morning at KTALnews.com. I'm meteorologist Josh Morses, and this is your Wednesday morning forecast update. We broke the record high again yesterday, so records fell Monday, Tuesday, and here on Wednesday, I think there's a pretty good chance we'll tie or break the record again this afternoon, maybe for the last time this week, as we do have some rain returning tomorrow. And I can't rule out maybe just a brief shower popping up in maybe some areas later this evening. I would say not as much of a slam dunk that we're going to break that record today. We'll have some fog around this morning. Visibility is dropping to about 1 to 2 miles in quite a few areas here, so it is going to take a little longer to break through the clouds. That may hold us a degree or two cooler today, and just kind of mostly cloudy through the afternoon, so there may not be as much sun today, but we'll just kind of keep an eye on that. Even if we don't break the record, we'll still wind up in the low 80s today, so similar weather to what we experienced Monday and Tuesday. So stationary front, that front not moving. It's stalled out just north of the Arcaltex here. Area of low pressure coming in behind that will give the front a kick through here later tonight as well as tomorrow, so that's why the rain chances will increase Thursday and Friday. Actually do have a window later tonight that we could see maybe just a marginal risk for some large hail, maybe some wind. I would say hail would be the biggest issue for us today, and could be some brief heavy rain. I would say the rainfall projections have come down quite a bit with this system to close out the week. Actually looks like we'll see some heavier rain early next week, which I'll show you on Futurecast. But your temperatures today, similar to Monday and Tuesday, will be in the upper 60s this morning. Not as windy. That's a nice change for us today, as the wind out of the south here will stay below 10 miles per hour, and highs this afternoon will top out in the low to mid 80s. So again, probably the final day. Many of us will be in the 80s this week, as the rain should begin to cool a lot of areas back into the northern Arcaltex, at least into the 70s tomorrow. So look here, your Robin's Stated Futurecast. We will take this through the end of the week. Today I did include that 10% chance of rain, and that's just in case we see a pop-up shower this afternoon. Looks doubtful, but you can expect those mostly cloudy conditions today. Later tonight, you can see those storms moving in along I-30. There's outside chance, again, some of those storms could bring some hail. So even though it's the severe weather outlook for today, it's actually valid until, I believe, 6 or 7 a.m. tomorrow morning. So right around sunrise tomorrow morning is when that outlook is valid for. So again, it would be these storms that would be the potential to bring that isolated severe weather threat. Looks like we'll be dry for most of the day Thursday. Some of you will wake up to that rain in the northern Arcaltex, but we'll get a better push of these showers and storms probably by late tomorrow afternoon, tomorrow evening. Areas like Shreveport may not see any rain here until we get into Thursday night, Friday morning, but the rainfall projections have come down quite a bit with this system, and that front will be south of us over the weekend. So at this point, it doesn't look like we'll see any rain there on Saturday, but just a slight chance of that rain coming back on Sunday. So this initial push of rain that's coming through here tonight, tomorrow, as well as Friday will likely result maybe a few areas in the northern Arcaltex seeing just over an inch of rain. Not concerned really about any flooding with this system through Friday here. There will be another one early next week. We talked about that parade of storms yesterday. We'll pick things up on Sunday, and you can see another area of low pressure moving out of the southwest here. That will begin to push some rain and storms in Sunday night into Monday. Monday there, it looks like we could see some heavier rain, and given temperatures cooling into the 60s, low 70s early next week, there may be a window for severe weather, but without the warm air like we have today, it's not going to be a significant severe weather threat, but it is something to keep an eye on for next Monday. And you can see we do dry out through the middle of the week, and then likely late next week we'll have another cold front that dips in maybe around next Thursday or Friday, which is Thanksgiving there. So potential late next week that we could see maybe some precipitation pop up here, but I think the story late next week will be some of that colder air. Could see highs drop back into the 50s and 60s by next Friday, or even by Thanksgiving Day there. We may see overnight lows back down into the 30s and 40s. So this will be pretty cold air. We talk about how nature's always searching for equilibrium there. We're 15 to 20 degrees above average for most of this week, and then late next week it wouldn't be surprising to see those temperatures drop a good 10 to 15 degrees below average. Taking into account the storms that are coming in next week as well as late this week, you add up the rain that's coming, and you can see a lot of areas back in that outlook where we could see 4 to 5 inches of rain. This just takes us basically through next Tuesday, so the heaviest rain will likely occur with that system early next week. Again, that one could bring several inches of rain late Sunday into Monday there, and you can see the temperatures just kind of like going down a stairwell there. We lose a few degrees every day, and we'll eventually wind up in the 60s by the middle of next week.